What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. With that being said, man, I don't get right into it. Like the last game I watched, the WNBA, the Fever, the Indiana Fever versus the Minnesota Lynx, right? And it was a good game. The Minnesota Lynx wound up winning by 10 points, right? But what I say from Caitlin Clark, man, was cool. It was very encouraging and everything. She played, in my opinion, I think she played a very good game, man. She was in her bag. I like some of the moves she made, and but the thing is, like, so she wound up against them. She wound up having like 23 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. That was a solid game. As a matter of fact, against who she did it against, right? She did it against one of the better teams defensively in the league. And so I think that, in my opinion, Caitlin Clark, even though she was in her bag and she got some things accomplished against them, I think she's going to need more help besides Aaliyah Boston. Not just on an offensive end, right, on defensively, because they gave up 90 points, but at no point in time were they able to slow down the Minnesota Lynx. So no matter how effective Caitlin Clark is being on her end of the, on the offensive end of the court, I think that they're gonna have to find some players that are more opposing on the defensive end, because they, like I said, they gave up 90 points to a very good Minnesota team, and then Minnesota is also a very good defensive team, and Caitlin Clark and the Fever, they still wound up scoring 80 points. So, and that's good. But in order for them to like decrease that gap between Minnesota, a great team like Minnesota, and a team like the Fever, who is up and coming, they're gonna have to be stronger on defense. You know what I mean? And I like, even like when Caitlin Clark, I like what I see from her on defense, right? Because, she getting block shots, which I never thought that, she would be somebody who would block shots. But I've seen her, block a few shots. As a matter of fact, she blocked one girl's shot during this game and then stole the ball, and then recovered the ball and took it up the other end of the court. So with that being said, I think that, they're going to need somebody to help slow down these better teams, like at the defensive end. Aaliyah Boston, I like Aaliyah. She's solid defensively, but other than that, they really don't have anybody else who can really help defensively, like to slow these other teams down. And so no matter how many points or how many assists Caitlin is able to get at the other end of the court, they're gonna, she's gonna need some help, and it's gonna have to come at the defensive end. I'm not even concerned about like her scoring. I'm not concerned about like how she is going to be able to get her teammates involved. They look good at the offensive end. Like I said, they still scored 80 points, but their defense could have been a little bit better. I think she could have got more help on the defensive end. It's just, like I said, Leah Boston, to me, I think, is a solid defender. Caitlin Clark is a solid defender, but other than that, she didn't really get any help. I think one young lady, I forgot her name. I think her name is Smith, right? And she's the one who played against Angel Reese, and she really, she made Angel Reese look like an all-star out there. And so, like I said, they got to really get stronger on defense. I don't know if they need to bring in some more people, some more personnel, or maybe they need to just tighten up or develop a better defensive plan. But my thing is, even though Caitlin Clark is getting into her bag, I think they're gonna have to tighten up on the defensive end, and because now, granted, this was their first loss. This was the Indiana Fever's first loss, since the All-Star break. So, but like I said, what I seen from them on defense really didn't, it really wasn't impressive. But that's my take on it. I still think that, but if the Indiana Fever are like can work their way up to like the 5th spot, I think, you know, that'll be a good, you know, that'll be good for them, especially heading into the playoffs. That'll be, you know, a good playoff push for them heading into the playoffs. So if they could work their way up to at least the number 5 spot, I think, you know, that'll be a good look for them. That's my take on it. Like I said, I think they need they need to tighten up on defense. I'm not even concerned with what they do on offense because you know, they look good on the offensive end. But with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what what you think the weaknesses are, or you know, where the chinks in that armor is as far as the Indiana Fever is concerned. And I'll check you all out on the next video. Peace.